She once told me, everyone is embracing open relationships now. Don't be so old-fashioned. I didn't argue. I just listened. And later, when I discovered the messages she swore I was imagining, I didn't fight or beg. I simply stepped out of her life and let her keep the freedom she believed would make her happier. My name is Daniel. I'm 30, a data analyst in Seattle. And until half a year ago, I was in what I thought was a stable 2-year relationship with a woman named Lena. We met at a rooftop gathering through mutual friends. She had that magnetic, reckless charm, the kind that makes entire rooms orbit around her. I used to think it was enchanting. I was the calm one, the planner, the guy who remembered to bring water bottles on hikes. She used to joke that I was the anchor to her sail, and at the time it sounded romantic. Looking back, it was just a clue that she loved the idea of stability more than the reality of showing up for it. In the beginning, she was endlessly excited about life. She'd drag me to midnight food trucks, thrift stores, last-minute road trips. When she wanted to try photography, I bought her a refurbished camera. When she couldn't cover rent for 3 months, I paid it without resentment. I built her a portfolio site when she wanted to freelance. I wasn't just her partner, I was her soft landing. Things shifted slowly, almost invisibly. First, it was comments she framed as conversations about modern connection. Stuff like, monogamy is so limiting. You know, lots of couples are exploring openness now. Don't be threatened if I vibe with someone else. That's insecurity talking. I thought she was joking, until the jokes sharpened into something else. Every time I simply asked where a boundary was, she acted like I was trying to control her. I wasn't. I was just trying to understand the rules she kept rewriting. The breaking point came on a night that was supposed to be ordinary. We were watching a cooking show, she went to shower, and her smartwatch buzzed on the table. I didn't touch it. The message appeared on its own. Still thinking about Sunday night. You're unreal. From someone named Miles. My chest felt hollow. When she walked out wrapped in a towel, I calmly asked who he was. She didn't even look ashamed, just annoyed. She called me invasive, even though I hadn't opened anything. When I asked if she had slept with him, she said, "We hung out. Don't make it dramatic." Then she launched into a lecture about personal freedom agency and how I was trapped in outdated ideas. That night, something inside me just shut off. No yelling, no begging, just clarity. The next morning, she acted like nothing mattered. Made coffee, talked about weekend plans, kissed my cheek as if the night before never happened. I nodded along while quietly planning my exit. Within 48 hours, while she was at work, I packed my belongings, moved them to a short-term rental across town, and left her a single note on the kitchen counter. "You're free now. Just like you wanted. Don't contact me." The silence afterward was strange, almost sterile. I expected to break down, but what I felt wasn't devastation. It was detox. I didn't miss her. I missed the version of her I thought existed. I rebuilt myself slowly. I reconnected with old friends she'd pushed away. Got back into running, took up boxing, started sleeping deeply for the first time in years. For the first time in a long while, my life wasn't shaped by someone else's chaos. Lena didn't reach out at first, not directly. Instead, her friends tried. "Hey, she's not doing well. You should talk to her." I ignored it all. Then came her emails. Then a message through a payment app. Then a mutual friend reporting that the guy she'd cheated with had dumped her almost instantly. Turns out he wasn't looking for expansion, just entertainment. Her social circle grew tired of her dramatics. The attention she'd been chasing evaporated. The options she bragged about weren't interested in anything real. Suddenly, commitment, the same thing she'd mocked, became the thing she was begging for. She eventually showed up at my apartment building, hoodie on, eyes swollen. She tried to spin it again, how she'd been confused, how she didn't mean to hurt me, how she thought exploring would make her more self-aware. I wasn't angry, just done. "You wanted freedom?" I told her. "You have it now." But she didn't stop. Her mom emailed me, her sister texted. She even showed up at my workplace once, which crossed every line imaginable. The truth wasn't that she regretted what she'd done. She regretted losing the stability I'd provided. She wasn't mourning me. She was mourning the attention and the comfort. A few weeks later, I ran into her at a cafe. I was with co-workers, one of whom was a woman, and the look on Lena's face was a cocktail of jealousy and disbelief, as if I wasn't supposed to move on without her permission.
She wanted to talk. I stepped aside but didn't step back into her world. She asked why I was being so cold. I told her I wasn't cold, just clear. That forgiveness doesn't mean reopening doors that lead to the same burning rooms. "You think you're better than me now?" she snapped. "No," I said. "I know I am." For the first time, she had nothing to say. Months passed. I got promoted, moved into a bigger place, started dating slowly. Eventually, I met Maya. Grounded, calm, and emotionally mature in ways that felt unfamiliar at first. She doesn't weaponize boundaries or twist conversations into puzzles. She listens. She shows up. She's steady. Not long ago, we attended an engagement party hosted by an old mutual friend. I almost didn't go, but I'm glad I did. Because Lena showed up too, alone, subdued, and strangely quiet. She saw Maya's arm around me. She stopped walking. And then instead of approaching, she turned around and left through the side gate. No drama. No tears. Just a quiet acknowledgement that whatever power she once held was gone. That night, at home with Maya, drinking wine and watching a movie, I realized something simple. It wasn't Lena I had to leave behind. It was the version of myself who tolerated the erosion of his own boundaries. The note I left her months earlier wasn't petty. It was prophetic. You're free now. Freedom without accountability always turns into a cage. And from what I hear, she's still pacing inside hers. Me? I am finally living outside of mine.